Now I just have to fix it. And it's a little too low to lean like this. It's not up high enough. It's just going to kill my back. You can have it on, just put the volume down. Are we live yet? What is going on here? Hi Lauren, how are you? I just saw your video today chasing the rabbits around. Freaking hilarious. So funny. You have paperwork off the table? Did you and your brother end up catching all the rabbits? I'm late because this app wanted an upgrade, so I had to do that. Oh, Chris says hello. So I still have to leave a comment, obviously, under your video. But you were like, break time. I don't know if it was soda pop you were drinking or whatever, but oh, you were cracking me up. I needed a good laugh. I don't know if you caught them all, but that was hilarious. Oh. She says, we had one busy week for sure. How are you? Well, I've been better, which I'll explain. I know I'm late. Like I said, this app required an upgrade. And I'll just say I went to the hospital Saturday. I was crying on the inside. If my back wasn't killing me, I'm telling you, like, I think I had 3 pillows propped in a heating pad, dying at that video. It was hilarious. And then you said to your brother, how'd you miss that one? I don't know how many it was exactly that got out, but that was funny. So did you get them all, catch them all, you and your brother? You're glad I enjoyed it. I did. Speaking of which, I saw your comment in regards to the quote-unquote 40 questions. It's really 39. I mean, easy peasy, right? So you could do that video and then just tag me in it, in the title. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're going to do it. Can't wait to see it. Hi, Boone. How are you? There's always some running around. I'm sure that looked exhausting. And then your brother did like a nosedive. It's funny. It's a funny video, but I'm sure it was annoying. I don't know how many rabbits it was exactly, but trying to catch rabbits to get them back to where they belong. Oy. How's it going, Boone? How are you, honey? Quiet. They're saying hello. I'm a little tired tonight. Yeah, I hear you. So, for the ones just coming in, I'm sure I'll have to repeat it later because I was 5 minutes late again. If I'm ever on time for my own live, I think I'll be shocked. One, this app that I'm using required an update, go figure. So, but yeah, I've had a unexciting, maybe it's the word. I can't say uneventful weekend. I've been having severe pain in my back. It started a couple days ago. I don't even know what day that was. Like maybe Thursday it started. Hi, Red Road Homestead. How are you? I'm glad to see you too. I'm actually just glad to be here. Sorry for being 5 minutes late. So anyway, as I was saying, Thursday, I started having severe pain in my back. I called my doctor prior to me coming here, thinking that I had a UTI. And then with being shuffled around, I misplaced the antibiotic. And then I found it. So Thursday, I was in pain. So I took the 2 dosages. Friday, it was worse. And my friend John, where I was staying, who had the cuckoo mom, he came up, drove up here just to hang out with me, keep me company while I was in pain. And then went to bed after he left. And I guess it was about 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30 in the morning. I literally woke up in so much pain, telling Chris like to help me. I mean, I want to say like ants in the pants type of thing, but not really, just grabbing my back. Every time I went to like suck in, I couldn't breathe. So I ended up calling my son Johnny and crying hysterically. I was in so much pain, guys. And I woke him up, obviously. And I said, you need to come get me. I need to go to a hospital. Something's wrong. And I knew something was wrong by the way I was feeling come Friday. So, yes, I woke my son up, told him what was going on. He said, okay, I'm on my way. And he's about 30 minutes, I would say, away. And he woke up fairly quickly. And then he got me on the phone and said, I'm coming to get you. You all know I suffer anxiety, so me having to go up and back on the turnpike gives me major anxiety. So he just texted, take your medicine so that you're calm for the ride, which I did. I wasn't thinking. I thought I was going to be going to my daughter's for the weekend, maybe go there, you know, whenever I got dismissed out of the hospital or whatever. But she didn't want me there because I went to the hospital and she has my granddaughter and she's just petrified of COVID. So nonetheless, oh, you like my bottoms? Let me show you my attire for tonight's live. I'm wearing Pittsburgh Steelers shirt. And for the bottoms, because of my back, I'm wearing my slipper socks and my Nightmare Before Christmas PJs. So, the other thing that's scary to me is getting dropped off at the hospital and having no one to be with you. Johnny initially thought that no one could go in, being what was going on with COVID. So I was basically dropped off. I didn't have my own vehicle. I had no one there. Like I said, I packed 2 extra bags because I thought I was going to go to my daughter's. My son made me leave them in the car and basically just put his mask on and said, I'm walking you to the door, Mom. Go into the hospital. So I got in there. It was pretty empty. And let's see. They took me right over to the one side, asked my name, information, like, what's the matter? I mean, the spasms, I literally was like, you can't breathe in. And I was explaining to them what was going on. They sent me out in this room to wait. I probably only waited about 5-6 minutes, to be honest. they called my name and I went to the back, and woman came in to do my insurance information because that's the hospital for my insurance. Another big reason why I didn't go to a hospital near here is because Chris would have dropped me off. He had work. My son also had work, but at least down there, someone could come and get me. Here, I would have been totally stranded at a hospital I'm not familiar with. So let's see. Long story short, they admit me into a room and asked me what my symptoms were. I told them that I previously called my family practitioner thinking that I had a UTI infection. Told him I lost my home during COVID, and he said, very sorry to hear that. And I said, and I misplaced the antibiotic. Just gave my description of what was going on, but on the ride down with my son, which literally was so quick, it was like not even 18 minutes, or what he was doing, plus there was no traffic on the turnpike then. I was getting front abdominal pain, sitting in the front seat of my son's car. I couldn't get in the back seat because he had all the SCOP equipment. So the only thing that annoyed me is I felt like they were focusing on the abdominal pain. But then the guy before the main chief doctor came in, asked me everything that was going on, asked me how many times have I ever had like a UTI or kidney infection. I said once in my lifetime. And so he took all the information, and the nurse came in, hooked me up to an IV, which of course I have skinny arms, so they bruised me. Not like being a big baby, but here's my arm, and they got me on the side. It's all bruised. So hooked me up to an IV immediately, pretty much right in the door with an open line in case they had to do a procedure, they said. They drew a bunch of blood, and like I got a stack of like paperwork from the hospital. So you have to keep your mask on, and I felt like I was suffocating. I'm not even kidding on that one. I don't know what made me more nervous being there by myself, but my son was in constant contact with me. And both of my sons are down on the paperwork that if anything serious was going on, this is who they call, which is Johnny, and then, you know, Jared. Those two people only can know my medical situation. So they probably did 9 or 12 vials of blood, and I really had to pee bad, so that wasn't a problem. I was able to give them urine. And then it's that waiting game, but I was freezing. They gave me 6 hot blankets on top of me, and I was still cold. Moral of the story is, you know, you wait for the blood work, the urine, all that stuff to come back. But the doctor came in and said, I want to do a CT scan on your back and your lower abdomen. I did have to state that I had cervical cancer before, you know, the cells, and they were able to get it out. He asked when that was. So he wasn't having it. He wanted a CT scan, and that was that. So basically just waited, and then they sent the blood work off, the urine off, and then sent me for a CT scan where you're like this. And that's just Chris's watch going off. So after however long I was there, I think I got there at 6 something. And I think I got out of there at either 12 noon or 12:30. They weren't going to low. A girl came in and didn't like it. She was a female nurse. And then the nurse that was dealing with me the entire time I was there, I said, what's going on? He retook my blood pressure and said it's running very low. But it also could be due to your weight, which isn't uncommon for me. So they did release me. So what was the diagnosis? I have 2 swollen kidneys. I'm trying to make sure I remember everything. 2 swollen kidneys. I have a double kidney infection, a UTI infection, and they think I may have passed a kidney stone or 2. Was that everything, I think? They also, I explained my blood work from the doctor's office stating that my numbers on my thyroid are coming in low, meaning I'd be gaining weight. They also did check that, and it said it was higher, and it's, I don't know the name, guys, but it's it says your thyroid blood test was slightly elevated, which is consistent with hypothyroidism. And then it's telling me to see my primary. So I don't know, like, I'm in so much pain. So the rules were I could leave to go home, but it's like, what did they say? 10 to 14 days. They wanted me on bed rest today, and I've already pushed that. Lots of water. I already had Cipro already prescribed for me, so they didn't prescribe anymore. They told me to finish that, which is 2 a day. If I see blood in the urine or anything like that, obviously I'd have to go back, but I didn't have that symptom. I mean, I'm not going to go to a hospital and if I don't need to, because I'm petrified of hospitals. I was in so much pain. I mean, crying pain. So there's a possibility, because they saw a slight shadow, that there could still be kidney stone or two, but they're thinking that I've already passed one, which I wouldn't know when I would have done that. And yeah, so double kidney infection, 2 swollen kidneys, UTI infection. I don't know, something going on with my thyroid, but my back feels like a 500-pound man is on my back with his work boots. In order to be released is to take it easy. Don't lift anything under 5 pounds. I don't know if I'm going to have to be quarantined for that, however many days it is, 14 days, because I was in a hospital, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. But today was the first morning, right? Well, I took medicine. I mean, I barely got any sleep the night before, and it was just an exhausting day yesterday. Thank God for that Johnny, being the man of the family, had my other son on backup, Jared, to come pick me up when it was time to leave, but he wasn't there right away, so I got nervous. He forgot where the hospital was, but he and Lindsay came, picked me up, and I even forgot I was still wearing a mask, suffocating, which I technically don't have to wear a mask because I have upper respiratory disease, but I wear it anyway for my own safety. I could barely stand up straight. Got in the front seat. Jared's a total gentleman. My younger son, he got in the back seat and said, "Do you want to go see your gardens?" And I wasn't really expecting that. I could have said that. They could have said it. I wouldn't even know. They did offer me morphine in there, and I declined that. Like, I'm not a person that likes to take medicine in general, let alone am I messing around with some morphine. So I said no. I definitely didn't want that. So again, Jared and his girlfriend picked me up. We ended up at the garden thing. And what a hot mess that is down there. Totally, like, I missed out on some tomatoes. A lot of them are rotten because I haven't been down there. Like, I don't even know. I think it's definitely more than 3. I want to say it's 5 weeks, but somebody told me they think it's 6. It doesn't really matter. I did try to, like, bend over when I was there, and I was like, oh. And Jared was like, "Mom, just sit down." There will be a video coming out tomorrow. It's going to say harvesting carrots, but Jared and his girlfriend harvested all my carrots for me of what somebody didn't steal. And I didn't think that they would be into that. And they literally were like, "Wow, this is fun." So they picked all the peppers, herbs. They did 2 sunflower heads that were still intact. The carrots were just funny. Jared was pulling out carrots and breaking the greens off. Lindsay just wanted to dig the carrots. You know, I love Lindsay. Sometimes I'm just not sure what she's into, but I was like, "Are you sure you want to be doing that?" And she's like, "This is fun." And I said, "Well, if you think this is fun, wait till you dig up some potatoes." So Jared and Lindsay were amazing. Thank God for Johnny coming and picking me up, because I don't know anywhere up here. And honestly, if Chris would have just dropped me off, I probably would have had a heart attack because I had no way to figure out my way back to here, no means of transportation, and he would have been at work. So I just felt safer going down to what I knew. Plus, that's where my medical coverage, is for that hospital. I tried not to let my anxiety get to me that I was there alone. I was doing some snaps yesterday on Instagram, saying someone come visit me because they did say you could have one person, but I had no one. Just texted back and forth to my son or sons and my niece. She was supportive. She said if no one comes to get me, she'll come and get me. But like I said, Jared and Lindsay showed up. They just got a little lost at first because he forgot what hospital it was at. So, sitting the way that I'm sitting now without a pillow behind me is hurting. But I also did a sink full, which Chris can vouch for, of carrots today, which probably shouldn't have done that, but you can't just leave it laying around. So yeah, I have to follow up with my own practitioner. And if I don't feel better in X amount of days, then I have to go back. Today I'm getting like a funny feeling. There's no men in here other than Chris, right? Today I'm getting that sensation, if anyone has ever had a UTI infection where it's like tingling down there, I am feeling that today, but it just hurts to cough. I kept pointing to my back, so where your kidneys are, right there, running straight across. Those spasms, you couldn't breathe, you couldn't cough. I mean, I was like moaning and groaning. I think I bent over the bed a few times. It was just atrocious. So cross your fingers that this improves. I did throw up once today. And I am feeling like some running going around the front of my lower, like my stomach. So I don't know if there are kidney stones in there. He says he thought that I passed one and he saw a shadow, which, I guess could mean there's more. I hope not, because this is, I don't know. I try to compare it to having a child with no drugs and I had a UTI years ago with a left kidney infection, but I was running an extremely high fever. I think this is probably the worst. So that's where I was all Saturday. And then they stopped at the gardens. I treated them to Wawa. And we had to make a couple stops because my son Johnny had my 2 bags. I figured the hospital was probably going to keep me. I don't know. Not that I would have needed that stuff there. But I really thought I was going to be... My daughter said, why don't you come down and spend the weekend? Which was on Friday. And I just didn't go. But because I went to the hospital, that was like reneged. I was not permitted to go there at all. And Adeline is like 7 months old now. So yeah, that's where I've been. That's how I spent my Saturday, I guess I should say. Praying for you. Thanks, Spoon. I hope I get better quick, honestly. Because I was telling Chris today, like, my mind is telling me I need to do this, I need to do that. Those kids, how many bags? 3 bags? They harvested 3 bags worth of stuff. The one was mainly all carrots. I estimated probably about 10 pounds, but I did like the niblets. I did the smaller ones for my dogs because they're Yorkies. They like carrots. I did the rainbow carrots. And I was just aching standing over the sink scrubbing, done with a bristle brush. I showed that in a video. So it probably will say, I didn't even think to turn my phone on yesterday because I was so sick. I couldn't even stand up straight, let alone think like, oh, let me get Jared and Lindsay, pulling out carrots. I couldn't even think of that. So the video is going to be harvesting carrots and how to clean carrots. So that's going to be tomorrow's video. But they had a full bag of that red bag, right? And that was pretty heavy. I mean, Chris has been lifting a bag if it's heavy, obviously. So just to stay away from stairs, it's the other thing. And yeah, I didn't do that today either. But they picked a bunch of peppers and 2 red beets, and this is a little, I think, underripe. But a butternut squash, it was like roaming all over. It has these big flowers all over. So this looks like it's still doing good down there. But here's some of the rainbow carrots that I did today. These are the ones that I didn't blanch. But that was probably pushing it too much standing there. My arm's sore only because I'm skin and bones. And I did ask, Chris, isn't he sweet? Come on over and say hello. He's sweet now because, you know, I'm not allowed to lift anything over 5 pounds. So we'll let Chris do the honors and show you what the kids picked. So we have another, this is that sugar pumpkin that the seeds you bought me. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have one that just ripened in the kitchen. And they picked this because a lot of things got stolen. Even within the carrot bed, I did a previous garden tour.
Onions.
And the onions that were real big from Castle Hives, there was 2 left within the carrot bed. There was none left in the carrot bed. But the smaller section of where I planted some onions later in the season, they're probably about that big, but I'm just grateful to have that. Now, wait till you see this, Daddy. I don't know. So, it's a watermelon. I don't know if it's fully ripe, guys, but my son didn't want to leave it there and then somebody walk off with it. So, yeah, that's kind of heavy. So, I've been putting it out in the sun. I know it's off of the vine, but I was going to see if it would turn a little greener. I'm not really sure if watermelons do that. I'm not a gardening pro. I know a lot of things. I don't really know. See, I had a cross plant last year. Let me explain this really quickly. I didn't buy any plants but one last year because that was the goal, is to not buy any plants and to do it all by seed. The one plant that I did buy, I thought it was something else and it said cantaloupe, and I can't stand cantaloupe. I got a watermelon off of that. I got honeydew and cantaloupe off of one plant, which was good for Jared because he likes that stuff, but I don't like honeydew or cantaloupe. So...
First year growing this too.
Yeah, so... Oh, that watermelon that I planted down there this year. This, if anybody knows M.I. Gardner seeds, they were supposed to be watermelons about this size. I don't know. You tell me what happened, because this was in that spot where I planted it. So yeah, it's heavy and my back is killing me. So yeah, so we have the pumpkin that's pretty green. Chris can show you the one. I mean, it's ripened. It just has one green spot. This is the type that you can cut in half and roast in the oven and then just scoop the pumpkin out. You can make pumpkin pie from it. You can also make pumpkin raviolis from it. So that was nice of them to carry that in for me, because I said to Chris last night, I don't know if I would wish this on my worst enemy right now, but not for nothing. And I did a lot of bags of carrots. This I didn't blanch yet at all. This is saying the battery needs to be plugged in. So let's do that. I'm trying to reach. But this is the one that I picked that was green. It only has this green little spot left, but this is just about ready. He's just trying to plug the battery pack in. So yeah, I would say this one's about ready. You could cut it in half. You can save your seeds. I would put it, if it was me, because it would be my first time trying it this way, but I know some people cut it in half and they put it 2 halves down on like a cookie sheet and they roast it. So you can make ravioli out of it. I say a pumpkin pie might be in order. But at least I got something out of the seeds that Chris got me. I mean, we had quite a few of these down there on the garden tours, but people were just stealing them. Yeah, he said he found the seeds at Aldi's. So I think these are called the sugar. Is it midget sugar pumpkins? I think that might be what this is. Don't hold it to me. Again, I would have to look. And that won't be anytime soon because those seeds are out in the vehicle. Thank you everybody for the prayers. Hopefully this heals pretty quickly because I'm a go, go, go type of person. And this has been a little tough. I mean, I think I said to Chris a couple times, what was it last night? I said, I feel like I have cotton balls in my mouth. I am trying to drink more water than I normally would because that's on the paperwork, is to drink plenty of water and cranberry juice. I think I might have a bottle of 100% cranberry juice downstairs in the basement, so I'm probably going to have to pull that up. But my biggest fear is forgetting to take one of those Ciparos, because when you forget to take the Ciparo antibiotic, it's just worse. But right now my pain is running like right in the front. So Lord help us all if I'm going to be passing kidney stones. I had a husband who was a stone grower, and you know, I've never had a kidney stone. So I don't know. I kind of didn't feel, I'm going to be honest, I said this to my kids, and I said, well, I said it to Jarrett and Lindsay, and I also said, maybe Chris, you can respond back some or tell me what they're saying, because I'm a little far back just because I need something. I should have grabbed a pillow. I did say to Jarrett that I didn't feel that comfortable leaving, knowing that I couldn't still suck in some air with having that pain in my back. That's scary when you feel like you can't breathe and you have this god-awful pain in your back. And then it was like muscle spasms maybe or something. I was just getting rocked. Go ahead, what?
Red Road asked, does the rainbow carrots grow good? I have never tried growing them.
They do, actually. They really do. I didn't get a lot. I know that you're somewhat new here. Last year, I got a great bit. Then I decided to be slick because I watch other gardeners and they say if you don't need to pick them, you can leave them in the dirt. So I left probably about a quarter of a bed of rainbow carrots specifically for Thanksgiving last year, and somebody stole them all. So yeah, they'll look yellow. These were just scrubbed with a scrub brush, guys. And we trimmed the tops and whatnot. Might have cut them down. I'm trying to see. Oh, here we go. You wouldn't think they have a different flavor, but they do. I think they're excellent for Thanksgiving. I said to Chris I probably should have left the tops on, but I didn't. This looks funky, almost like a parsnip, but it's not. This was scrubbed. And as soon as you peel it, that'll go away. And then this is like their whitish yellow one, they call it. They have red ones. I think the taste is completely different. That's kind of what's in this baggie, is some of the rainbow ones. There's other baggies on the counter. How many would you say I did? I blanched. There's one in the freezer right now. Does anybody know? I may be saying it wrong. Niblets, I think they are, or nibbles. It was an M.I. Gardner seed. And as soon as you pull them out, they're only really like about that big and they're fat and stumpy. So I blanched one bag. It's in the freezer here. I put a little baggie off to the side in the refrigerator for the dogs because they were like these little itty bitty ones. We'll see. I think he's trying to grab them. So at least I got to get some of my carrots. Now, Chris doesn't like cooked carrots. I don't know how that's going to work. He likes to dip them raw in ranch dressing, but I like them like these rainbow carrots. Definitely should try. I mean, I did have some more of the purplish red ones. they might look all the same color on film, but you have the darker ones, and then you have white ones, and then they're like a purplish red. This poor thing. Yeah, these are a little warm because I blanched them. So whole baggie that I just blanched. Again, bear with me. I don't remember the name of these, but these are the ones. Let me see. I'll show you a size. They're just going to be one. That's all. I wanted to show a stumpy one. They smell good. I think they were the fatter ones. I mean, not bad sizes. I just cleaned them up, and I wanted to, you know, blanch some carrots. My son was trying to be funny yesterday, like, "What's up, Doc?" type of thing. This bag here are the smaller ones. These I also did blanch. They're like sizes like this. This might not be a good example because there's other ones that are bigger. So yeah, this one wasn't blanched because I'm undecided what I'm going to do. Because you know you can't can carrots unless you have a pressure cooker. Am I saying that right? Anyway, you know what I mean. So you can't water bath them. So this is the size. I'll show you. This is by M.I. Gardner, and they all come out looking like this size. I think they're like niblets. I'm gonna have to look it up, but not bad if you want like just a normal sized carrot, like a smaller sized carrot for like dipping or whatever. So one in the freezer, this full baggie of carrots, this baggie, because I was trying to separate the sizes, this baggie, and there's two more out there. So I estimated about, yeah, 10 pounds of carrots. So completely blessed with that. Let me just do this one in case anybody comes in. So yeah, completely blessed. I finally got the rest of my carrots this year. You could see somebody picked through some of them. They do sell carrot seeds that have the coating on it, that if you've never done carrots before, that might be easier for you. But I never did carrots before until last year. And I just made like a little trench line, and I just sprinkled it ever so lightly. But the trick with carrots is once you plant them, and you can do them in fall too, they grow great. Once you plant them, they need a lot of water until you see them sprouting. Then you're okay, you know, just water them per normal. But yeah, that's how I got mine to take, and that's by as soon as the seeds were put in a row, just kept watering them. I tried not to do a whole bunch so I wouldn't have to do a lot of thinning. But yeah, so 10 pounds of carrots, the onions that I was left by Castle Hives, which is pathetic. That somebody literally stole all the big onions. But I do have a couple yellow, probably like maybe that size, a couple reds, and I'm going to use the greens on the top. Some eggplants. Funny story, even though I wasn't really feeling too good, I thought that I could handle, I think it was me, I don't really think Jared did it now that I'm thinking about it. I figured I could move enough to at least pull one. It's a Rosa Blanca eggplant. I didn't bring one in to show you what it looks like. I'm sorry, it's on the counter. I thought I could pull it, and for some reason I just couldn't get it off, and it came right back. It was like bink, got me right upside the head. Jared was like, "Mom." So I wasn't sure if Jared did it or I did it. I'm pretty sure I did it to myself. I just felt bad that they were doing it, but they seemed to have gotten a kick out of it. Jared said picking carrots, my youngest, who's 22, said picking carrots is more fun than picking strawberries. So, yeah, so they did a wonderful job of taking care of Mom. Lindsay's a sweetheart. She's been moving me around everywhere I've been going. And she's a good driver. She drove my SUV when I went to John's to get me back to here. Oh yeah, let's show. These are a little bit on the smaller side. There are a few bigger ones on the counter, but these are the Rosa Blanca eggplants. So you can grill them and then put them on some toasty bread. Pretty awesome. So I got quite a few of them. I want to say like 8, maybe 9. Rosa Blanca eggplants. Let's see, we got basil. There was a lot of oregano down there. 2 big, enormous sunflower heads that I sat outside. There's a lot of squirrels around here. And the one got into it. That's okay. Due to what I said last Sunday of using like a sunflower that was rained on to show people how to save seeds. These are, I'm surprised I went down there and the seeds were intact. There's even more down there, but I couldn't stand for very long. And they were having fun picking the carrots. So lots of peppers, 2 big sunflower heads, probably about 8. The Rosa Blanca eggplants. Yeah, some pumpkins, some butternut squash, had a ton of flowers on it. I think Jarrett was even walking on some of the flowers. I'm just don't care right now. I'm not saying that to be mean, but I'm in such pain and I haven't been down there 5 or 6 weeks and it just looks crazy. It totally looks crazy. Sorry I didn't take a video of it, but under the circumstances, I think you understand. And I didn't want to ask the kids to do it because they've already done enough for me. Thank you, Chris and Bake a Leg. Oh, for what? The rainbow carrots? Super easy. I'm not even kidding. I was so intimidated last year, and this older gentleman, remember the elderly couple at the thing? Sweet as a button. They're the nicest people ever. He's the one that said to me, I was like, oh, is it too late? I think it was like June or July I was planting carrots. And he said, no. Along with parsnips. I did get a couple, well, they're the round ones. I always get parsnips and the other ones confused. But he taught me how to do it. And literally, I just did it in 3 rows, planted my carrot seeds. Was so looking forward to having like rainbow carrots. I had a lot more last year. And he said, just keep watering them until they germinate. And I followed his instructions and it was pretty easy. Yeah, so I would definitely give them a try. Now, like I said, I'm going to call them nibblers, niblets. I don't know. I think that they're probably good if you have kids because it's, I don't know, easy for kids to maybe eat. But they only grow like about that big when Lindsay pulled a handful, it was like a whole handful of like these carrots that were probably about that big. She thought it was cute and funny. But yeah, I don't know if I would do those ones again. Nothing about it. I don't know. Jared pulled out one of the carrots that was so big that he was just cracking up laughing like, what's up, Doc? But anyway, I like, because I don't have my book in front of me and I'm a little absent-minded right now, the rainbow carrots I would definitely do. I also did just regular orange carrots. And I also this year tried Am I Gardener's nibbles or niblets. Somebody correct me in the comments or if they view this afterwards. I can do a video maybe later on what carrot seeds I did plant this year. Just super bummed about my Castle Hive onions because I really wanted them. But I guess somebody needed them more than I did. My oregano plant down there, and I walked by and just was ripping it with barely like any strength. There's a lot of that down there. Let's see what else they got. So they did basil, oregano, some rosemary, whatever was left in of the onions. There's still quite a bit of peppers, and shockingly, as bad as they looked on the last, I don't know if it was the last garden tour where I was like, what's up with the peppers? They have a lot of white buds, so I'm just going to let them alone. Wasted some tomatoes, but due to the circumstances, what are you going to do? And the flower bed that was next to the zucchini and the cucumbers that I tried to do another run of, you can see that somebody ripped the whole plant out. Forgot to tell you that. Whole zucchini plant was like out. And the flowers are like probably touching the ceiling. I mean, so high, even like the zinnias, but I tried to get a few zinnias on my way out the door, but I didn't even have strength to even pull them. Yeah, so garden talk and hospital talk, that's what's going on tonight. So guys, I don't know, I've been, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say I've been through a lot, and I've been tackling my fears. That's one fear I couldn't tackle, was just being dropped off at a hospital up here. And I never go to a hospital by myself, so kudos to me for staying calm. Chris was texting me. At one point, I think he said he called or texted to check on me. I was like, well, I called you. I was like, well, I couldn't answer. I was in a CT machine. So hopefully, for me personally, they didn't overlook anything. But, I mean, they gave me all the paperwork. I asked them if they were going to send it over to the doctor. And they said no, they were going to give it to me. So I'm curious to what's going on with my thyroid, because you all have noticed I've lost a lot of weight. I'm usually skinny, not quite this skinny, and I like to blame it on stress. But there is something that's going on with the thyroid. That's just a fact. So yeah, I went to Jefferson Health Hospital. They gave me the discharge instructions, medication list, which I had to sign. They didn't give me any medicine. And I didn't want any drugs. I'm just not like that. I'll suffer in the pain. And then a separate, I mean, they're pretty good. Urinary tract infection, and in an adult, there's instructions for that. Kidney stones, that's on here. Yeah, so that's all kidney stones.
Fred Road asked a question.
Okay, what was the question? I am going to buy it next year. Yeah, you know, honestly, this year with M.I. Gardner, I usually get my seeds. Let me think, just a second. This was the latest I ever got my seeds. I got them in January, and that was way too late. This is in case you just want to go to M.I. Gardner. I think last year I got my seeds probably like November, which I would highly recommend, even if you're asking for an early Christmas gift, guys, because that was pushing it close. Everything that I looked on, because my friend at the time said, do you want this or you want your seeds? And I picked for seeds. When I went on there, I couldn't even find tomato seeds that I grew the year before, like the black crim. Thank God I had a few of them left. So I really experimented this year with some, like the different carrots. He had no rainbow carrots. He didn't have a lot of stuff. And this was right before the virus hit, so be careful. If I can recommend anything, I would say get crack-a-lackin' and order your seeds, like, now if you can. I don't know if M.I. Gardner is back up and running as far as his seeds, if he's behind or anything, but don't wait till January. I like to have my seeds for Christmas. I am that person that will ask for something which could be so silly. Any other guy would love me, for just wanting seeds for, Christmas or whatever. But yeah, I received some seeds from some generous people from Gardening for Cheap. She sent me seeds because there were seeds I just couldn't get here in Pennsylvania. She sent me seeds. Kate's Kitchen sent me seeds. Terry from Organic Raw Roots Farm sent me seeds. But this one woman, I can't remember her name. Oh my gosh. I did a video on it. She's the one that sent me 2 manila envelopes and said, hopefully this is enough. There were so many in there, and they were by Baker Creek and 2 other companies. And I did rattlesnake pole beans. That's another thing when I went down there. Of course, all the rattlesnake pole beans came in. There was only a few that I could salvage. It looks like I am going to have enough for seed saving. Can I bother you again?
She also had another question. She wanted to know if you have room to grow a garden next year here.
I'm not really sure if I'm going to have room. Chris took me out finally to go see where the local Wawa was here. And on the way back in, I don't think he acknowledged it. Maybe he wanted to ignore it. I don't know. But I spotted it out the corner of my eye, and I'm like, they have tomatoes. And they did it where it was pushed back, like where their hedges would have been. And that caught me by surprise. So, I mean, maybe anything's possible. I don't want to do, like, everything in pots, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Silent Night's in here. I can't say it. Can you tell me what it says? But welcome, Silent Night. Sorry. It's just, maybe I should lean forward. It just hurts. I'm in so much pain. Yeah, he's slow on seeds. There's a seed shortage. Places like Baker Creek and my gardener. Seed snow, etc. They're really facing shortages. See, I'm a little scared about that. But welcome and thank you for that information, because I was just talking about that if there is any seeds available, even if it's like Walmart,
Get them now.
if you go to Walmart now and go into their garden section,
Dollar store.
I like Job's all-purpose and their tomato food. This time of year, if you can get it, it's like $9.99 a bag, if I'm not mistaken. But I've seen other people say, like, if you go around now, you can get it for like $2 a bag, $2.50 a bag. So maybe check out your local Walmart for seeds, maybe your Dollar General. I doubt Dollar General, because Dollar General only seems, or the dollar store, whatever people call it, they seem to only put seeds out as soon as it becomes spring. And it's like, if you don't get there in time, you just don't get them. Chris just got lucky, I don't know, when he went to Aldi's and found, the sugar pumpkin seeds, which I did a video on that. But that's why I'm trying to save seeds. I want to get up and walk, because I want to show them my ridiculous okra and the baggie that we did. Me and Chris did something together today. I sat in a chair out front, so I wasn't like running around like a lunatic. There's more comments. Let's see. I would highly recommend trying to get your seeds now. See, I agree. I said that. Try and look around, see what you can get. Yeah, that's pretty scary. So, if you've been paying attention on the channels, so that's why there hasn't been no garden tours, because of me shuffling around. Ow. And, the okra, I remember I said I cleaned out the one bed to try to get a second concession of zucchini and cucumber plants. And then I found okra when I cleaned it out. Do you want me to get it? Because I know you've been up and down. Come over and talk to the people.
What do you want me to get?
Well, you don't know what it is. I'll show them.
Probably don't.
Chris is going to come over and chat with you for a second. I know you met Adam last week, and he thought about playing some tunes for tonight, but between me being sick and he was out with his wife at a wedding all weekend, so I'm not going to bug him. But bear with me. You talk to Chris. Chris is learning a lot. Chris helped me out with some okra today, getting the seeds out of it. So I'm going to try to slowly get up, because he's not sure what okra looks like, and that's okay. So bear
I'm not
with
the
me.
gardener.
Huh?
I'm not the gardener.
No, he's not the gardener.
I just eat it.
Yeah, he just eats it, but I'm going to hold on to him to get up and walk. And don't mind my PJs on the bottom.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing this weekend? Yeah, she's pretty good about with her seeds, how she saves them and everything. So I'm pretty sure she's doesn't cross pollinate them. She's good about that kind of stuff. She labels them and separates them all the time. Hey Boone, how are you? Hope you're having a good weekend. Lauren, I have to check out your video at some point. I heard about the rabbits. I want to check that out. I need a good laugh. Yeah, Melanie does that too. She saves her seeds for all kinds of stuff. She keeps them. We were just doing some earlier today outside, saving everything. We're doing good. Like I said, Melanie was in the hospital, so she's limited what she can do. So I try to help her out as much as possible. Hopefully she can turn around and get better quickly, but I think it's going to take a little bit of time. Did you find them?
Okay, don't nobody make fun of me, because I know my southern friends would be like, I know nobody would eat these.
Yeah, I don't know these things, so I'm not sure if this is
You could
a
still
good
stay
thing
there.
or a bad thing or...
Okay, so a bunch of peppers like this on the long hots. Also wanted to discuss that, but please don't make fun of me. But look at the size of that okra, and there is a ton. So these will have to dry out, because obviously they're not edible. No one would eat an okra that's this big. I mean, this one's a fat daddy right here, but and y'all want to eat an okra that big? So these are going to have to dry out. That's why I picked them. And then I just brought it in. It's okay. So lots of peppers still. I mean, I got to really say the peppers did phenomenal this year.
This year.
I got so many peppers this year, completely blessed. So there's like some like this. There's long hots. There's the yellow ones. I can't think of the name of them. But look at these. Like, they had a hard time snapping them off the actual plant. They were that big. I mean, ridiculous, right? But I had 3 other ones that were dried. Poor guy, I'm just handing him everything. And this was, well, one I threw out because it was moldy. But there you go, folks. So, seed saving already. I mean, honestly, from what I learned from Roots and Refuge, this is a lot of okra seeds. So, you would get a gazillion okras off of this. So, this could possibly, with these, I'll take the pepper off you. So, if you were to add those when they dry into this, I mean, that could be 3 years worth of seeds. So I did one small one, and then it was Chris's first time. They have a ton of seeds inside of them. So I would highly recommend everyone. I mean, I was like embarrassed, like I didn't want to show my subscribers from down south how ridiculous this is, but
I don't even know what this stuff is.
okra, I don't like okra. I'm just going to keep it real. I tried okra back in the day. Somebody served it to me out of a can. It's gooey. It's gross in the inside. It's just disgusting. When they're big like this, you don't want to eat it because it's woodsy. It's, from what I was told, it's thick. It's just whatever. But I really am disappointed because I wanted at least one smaller one so that I could deep fry it, because everybody says, maybe, is this one doable? I'm not really sure. But they say you deep fry them and they're extremely good. So here is, I mean, hopefully you could see them all. So that's going to be a lot of seeds. And believe it or not, when he was splitting it open, I mean, even when I was splitting one open, I couldn't believe that there was another.
That's from 3.
Yeah, this is from 3. But there was like another rib inside of here. Like, there's like seeds and then seeds. And then when you peel it, it was like hidden under there. I was like, Chris, there's like more seeds in there. So I think I'm pretty good on the okra factor, especially when they dry. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to save some of my seeds because I understand what's going on. And I was thinking that well in advance because honestly, in January, when my friend got back from vacation, there wasn't any seeds in the list or that was available of what I was used to. So I ventured to different tomatoes. Okay, one thing I can say is the Kellogg's breakfasts are so worth purchasing. If you can get Kellogg's breakfast tomatoes, right? They were the ones bigger than my hand. It was those. I did get some Lancaster tomatoes that were pretty awesome. I wasn't really interested in the, I think it's called an indeterminate when it only grows a certain height. I don't know. I wasn't really impressed by that at all. But I mean, I probably should do a review on what tomatoes I was a fan of this year. There was some red ones that were gigantic. Some were weighing in at like 3.71. Remember?
Some goofy numbers. Yeah, they were high.
Yeah, I mean, I was using Gene's scale and I was weighing them and they were coming in pretty healthy. So there's the moral of my story. I was like, wow, Black Krim, Dr. Wincheese. I did have a couple Dr. Wincheese. That's how I say it. Seeds left, not this year. So yeah. And had the zebra tomatoes that I grew last year weren't available. It's kind of scary, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But if you could save as many seeds as possible, you know, I mean, I'm just not great. I'm a little disappointed in myself because the one thing I didn't attempt to do this year was to try to save tomato seeds because I know it's a process. You got to squeeze it out, get the seeds in the water. Every day you got to wiggle your finger in the water to separate the gel. Once the gel separates, you take the seeds out. I would suggest probably wax paper. Don't do what I did. I did things on paper towels and they were sticking. And that wasn't working out too well. But as many seeds as I can possibly save, I'm trying. But yeah, he really didn't have a lot available in January. So I had to go outside that box, being it was only my second time doing seeds, and just take a guess. And there was 3 that I picked that would be the biggest tomatoes. So that worked totally. I'll do a video as soon as I ever get my seed bulk out of my trunk of my car. But yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? But I loved his slow bolt arugula. That was amazing. You know, I do feel as if things were to work out, can do like maybe container gardening. Can try a little bit of that, or maybe just petition off one section, you know, where the hedges aren't, and just keep it neat and tidy and shouldn't have a problem. As far as sunflowers here, I mean, I've read HOAs. He has an HOA. Like, you can plant flowers, like zinnias, it says, but they don't want you to do sunflowers because, come on, sunflowers can go anywhere from 12 foot to 17 foot. I did take off a few heads of that Russian sunflower that was given multiple heads. I did grab a couple of them. I didn't. Jared did it for me. My son's a sweetheart. Lindsay was, they're just both sweethearts. They did a lot for me in that garden yesterday. I think that maybe they wanted to boost my spirits a little bit, which it did, but it also just looked like a hot mess. If Hot Mess Express was on here, it was a hot mess. So probably I would say maybe one more trip down there because, you know, guys, I had a lot of tomato cages that were stolen, And there's tools down there. There's some other lights because a couple out here don't work. And if he could use them for up the walkway, why waste them, even though a box is only $8? So a couple things like that, tool-wise related, I don't want to leave down there. So yeah, maybe.
Red Roads is saying goodnight to us.
Oh, you're leaving already?
Good night to you as well. Silent Night. You're getting a frost already? We've been in the 40s in the early mornings and late at night, like 42.
I've been cold, guys, because I'm not feeling good. It's even probably a little worse that I took the chair and moved it into the sun today so I could sit there and...
Breezy.
Yeah, really breezy, just so I could pick some okra seeds. But before... oh, sorry, got a spasm. Before Red Road Homestead hops off, I've been looking at some of your videos, and I'm pretty sure I was in your live the other day. If you didn't take notice, you did do a live, correct? Because I'm pretty sure I was in it because I said hello, but I don't know. Yeah, so.
Black cherry tomato and smoked
Oh, the
flavor.
black cherry tomatoes. Are we talking? Yeah, the cherry tomato. They were really good last year. I couldn't get those seeds for this year. Boone's, what does Boone say? And they're so huge.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, those?
These guys.
Oh, okay. We got it. Okay, first frost. I'm just trying to get caught up.
Yeah,
The
Boone, I have
rabbit
to
video is
che-
so
yeah,
funny,
I have to
isn't
check-
it?
I have to check that video.
Oh, it's hilarious. And she's falling all over the place. I love her. I love her, love her, love her. Make sure you look in the description box, Friday's video, for the 40 questions. It's technically 39. The one that I kept saying I was procrastinating doing only because I would have to write it out. Didn't I write it all out? And nominated everybody, and I had to write everybody's name out, and it just wouldn't upload worth of nothing. So I'm sorry, you don't want to hold them anymore.
It's all right.
So I had to redo it. If your name was not mentioned in the video, just go down in the description box. Here's the bottom line to that. I had a list of probably like 15 channels, 15 people that I love to do it. But I thought maybe that was the problem for why I wouldn't upload. But now I think I had YouTube opened in a separate window by mistake, and that's probably what screwed it up. But if you like my channel, I mean, Lauren N said, like, woohoo, she's excited to do the challenge because it's super easy. Like, Coke over Pepsi. Can you swim? Can you whistle? Like, it's just to let your subscribers know more about you. So it's more on the fun side if you choose to do the video. Boone was nominated. I think I did Red Road Homestead as well. I thought, because you were reading me off the names. If I
I
didn't,
remember. I think so.
go on Friday's
Oh,
video.
yes, that name was on there.
Was it on there?
Yeah.
Just go under Friday's video. And the only thing that was a pain in the butt to me was, well,
Some
Miss Judith, her and her husband were asked by someone else, and I nominated her, but she had already did it with her husband, and that's okay. But if your name wasn't mentioned, go down in the description box. Even if your name is not written out, do the challenge. Yeah, it was a challenge. It was the 40 question challenge. Do it. It's super fun, and it's just easy. I did mine when I was back staying with Thomas and Jean. I just didn't get around because I knew I was going to have to write out those 40 questions. And yeah, I procrastinated a little bit because, you know, I was kind of moving around. But with that being said, it's simple. It's simple, easy. So yeah, I love Lauren too. Me too.
She's funny.
She's really funny. Yo, if you have not checked out Lauren's video on
have
her
to.
rabbits getting loose, I mean, she doesn't even talk to the camera like, hey guys, or anything like that. It's just her and her brother running around. They're like yay close to catching one, and it slips past them. They're falling in the ground.
I missed it.
And then they had this round ring to try to like capture it. And yeah, no. And then you hear her say, okay, I'm taking a break. And maybe she was drinking soda pop, as they call it in some states. But it was just funny. Funny. But she's going to do the 40 question challenge because it's super easy. just answer the questions, tag me in the video, and then under your description, you can write out the 40th question is to nominate 6 people or however many channels you want. Just write out the questions underneath, nominate who you want, tag me in the video, and I'll go right on over and I will, you know, take a listen to it. I'm curious to see other people's answers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I did mine a little ways back, truth be told. So, you know, there's that whole like, are you in a relationship question? I was like, no. There's a couple things I think I said no to. The candy one kind of confused me. I wasn't sure. Tubby Guy Outdoor is amazing. Much props to him. He reaches out to me on Instagram. He's going to try to put something together for one of those canvas tents. Like reach out to, I guess, his hunting and fishing buddies that has like the wood burning stove in it in case there was an emergency. So be aware of that. He did tell me he's going to do a video on me. I'm assuming that's what it is. But yeah, so his video is pretty simple.
Where's Silent Night from?
Where is he from?
Yeah, because he said it's getting hard frost.
Silent Night, where are you located? Since you're getting hard frost, are you like Colorado? Because didn't we just see a video? I was watching a video on a guy that's living in a tent. And he was in snow and everything, but it's like an octagon tent. And it has like a front foyer piece. I don't know, I just like tents. That's the only reason why I watched it. West Virginia.
Already?
Wow. Well, you know what? I don't know if you read the same article I read. I'm not sure how true it is, but it's saying that supposedly, but then again, look at 2020. It's just been crazy.
Can't wait till
It's
over.
been saying that, from what I read, it's been saying that we're getting the unseasonably cooler temperatures due to the fires. I don't know how true that is.
I didn't hear that.
But then again, look at what happened in spring. I've already planted things in April and they were perfectly fine. A lot of people planted in April of this year, which is springtime, and a lot of their stuff was destroyed because we were getting frost, and it's a shame because a lot of people lost their stuff and they had to start all over.
I know that this year is getting cool faster than last year. I definitely know that.
But I was just wondering if I was right. I was on her live. I don't know. She might have to change the name of her channel just for me and call it Red Roof Homestead. Ow.
Red Road.
I know I can't laugh. My back hurts so bad. Yeah, Red Road Homestead. I always do the Red Roof. You might have to change your channel name just for me because I love you and I just can't seem to get the channel name straight. I can't get anything straight these days.
Red Road.
So yeah, West Virginia, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's early.
Honestly, I had a zip-up hoodie that I got when my ex-fiance went to Canada. I had that on. And then I said to Chris, because I'm still not in my winter stuff.
Yeah, use my sweatshirt.
I had to ask Chris for another hoodie to go over top of what I was wearing because it's been pretty burr here. I mean, chilly willy. I mean, even today it was like very cool. I'm trying to make sure that my back stays covered. You know, my friend thought initially maybe I had a cold in my back, but listen, you all know your bodies. I knew my body. I'm petrified of hospitals. I'm not ashamed to say that. It's probably because, you know, I've experienced like a lot of loss and it just freaks me out. You know, you go there for one thing and they find 10 other things wrong with you, but I'm proud of myself that I have 2 great sons that are the most loving. And for my son to get up out of bed, knowing he had work that day, to come get his mom was just love him to pieces. And he's a great driver. Literally, I think it was like 11 minutes we were on the turnpike. And Jared as well, you know. Then he called today, Jared did.
I didn't know that.
Jared.
I didn't know.
He stepped on a rusty nail.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, so Jared, my 22-year-old son who picked me up with his girlfriend yesterday, he stepped on a rusty nail today and was like, hey, Mom, did I ever have a tetanus shot? I'm like, absolutely you did. And then I was like, wait, it's been 9 years. And I'm like, wait, you're 22, so 10 years. Do not take any chances with that. Take your butt somewhere, urgent care, something like that. I'm glad I didn't go to an urgent care because my situation's a whole lot more serious. But he asked my opinion, and I said, you're better off just going and getting it. So he said it did draw blood. It was rusty. And so that made me nervous. But then he did call. He went to urgent care. And now it's every 5 years, in case you didn't know that, for a, I was ready to say rabies shot. I'm so sorry. For a tetanus shot.
Nice. Jared's an animal now.
No, I'm just not, and I'm not even on anything to be this goofy. Yeah, so tetanus shot, they're recommending 5 years. And I said to him, thank God, hon, I'm just glad you went, because I'm pretty sure you can get lockjaw and some really terrible things from a rusty nail. So he's the one that brought me back yesterday with his girlfriend. Unfortunately, I mean, Lindsay's a really good driver. She's very responsible. I just kind of had my head down. True story. Not because of this time of not being able to look around. I was kind of like leaning on my bag with my head like this. Because unfortunately, being in the back seat of Lindsay's car, it was like da-dum, 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 da-dum. Every bump, I was like, oh. So I was in pain. And I think this is the sweetest thing ever. You can all think what you want, but my Jared suffers from panic attacks. I'm sure he's not going to be concerned that I'm saying anything about it. This is blood related. Jared's situated, so he's doing well. Sweetest thing ever. 22 years old. And I was like just kind of leaning and dealing with the bumps, like, oh, my back is killing me. And Jared's in the front seat, Lindsay's driving, and Jared reached his hand around the back for me to hold his hand. And I said, why are you giving me your hand to hold? And he said, well, I know the turnpike makes you nervous, Mom. And he said, and why not? You've always held my hand. Is that not like Be Still My Heart, or am I just the only one that's hook, line, and sinker to my kids? I love my kids. And I held his hand, but for him to say, like, I know the turnpike makes you nervous. You know, I'm sorry that the bumps and everything, but why don't you hold my hand? And I held his hand. It was only she went exit too far, and I felt like I was up there for a little long. Yeah, so I think towards the end with the pain, like the way I was, can I borrow your hand? The way I was like just kind of holding his hand. Towards the end, I was getting like, oh, I just cracked a knuckle. I mean, he did, and I felt bad. I said, did I squeeze your hands? He's like, no, Mom, you're okay. And then when he got out here, he was just like, okay, my hand. Because the directions that Johnny gave pushed her up an extra exit.
And went out to come back in.
Yeah, went out to come back in up to here. So, but she's a fantastic driver. I just thought that was the sweetest, to just reach his hand around the back of the seat and, you know, say, do you want to hold my hand? Why not? You held my hand my whole life. Oh, that be stilled my heart. I'm like the biggest softie when it comes to my kids. I'll tell you that right now. So, needless to say, we usually get frost early mid-October, but never mid-September.
It's early.
Yeah.
We're going to have a nasty winter, I think.
A friend of mine that was my neighbor in the back, his name is Lou. He went to Maine for like a break. I'm wondering how that went, because if Virginia is already getting frost. I mean, I heard that Maine gets some heavy duty snow, and we just watched.
Somebody got snow already.
Yeah.
It was like 70 or 80 degrees the day before. The next day they got snow. I forget where it was.
It was a channel that I was watching, because I'm trying to get caught up, but I'm a huge fan of, I'm trying to think. Give me a minute. I know her name is Allie. They did a camper van, like they did a van renovation. They traveled all over, like, Mexico, that whole area. And now they bought a camper trailer because they're building a property, you know, up on, what state was it again? This isn't going to give you much information. Trenton Alley. That's it. Trenton Alley. If you have not watched her channel, oh, they're really nice. But yeah, he was saying it was like 70, 80 degrees the day before, and he had to put his own plumbing in on this house that they're working on this piece of land. Before the inspectors came out to tell him whether or not he did a crappy job with his plumbing, and they were being snowed on, and said that the wind was howling. They were just hearing trees just cracking.
Yeah, it wasn't a little bit of snow. It was quite a few.
I'm trying to think of the state that they're in. I can't think of it offhand, but it's like his grandparents live there. His mom lives a little further down and has like a little mini homestead, and he had their camper trailer parked outside of his grandparents, so it would make it a 1 hour drive instead of 2.5 hour drive from his parents. And it's a great channel. They get a lot of sponsors too, but yeah, they were getting snowed on, so I'm not the least bit surprised. Okay, so I read that one. So yeah, I'm not sure about I say my old neighbor Lou because he lived behind me, where I lived. And yeah, he said he was going to Maine. I did say that correctly. So Maine gets a lot of snow. So I don't know. It's just crazy. I think it's unseasonably cooler.
Yeah, too fast.
Way too fast. That just was like a smack right in the mug.
It's like a whole month and a half, 2 months almost earlier.
I mean, there's sometimes in like Halloween it's good to go. I was still picking tomatoes last November, and it was just starting to get like a burr in the air, and I was getting burned out from all the tomatoes.
September, it's like, so far this year, it was like ready to wear like a long sleeve in the morning going into work.
Yeah, I mean,
it's early.
It's cold. It's getting very chilly here. Now, yesterday, coming out of the hospital, and that is Ben Salem, it was very warm and sunny. It was nice. There was a slight little breeze in the air, while they were picking vegetables for me. But honest to goodness, I really felt like once we got back up here,
I told you.
It was cold.
You always said that to me on the phone.
It was just colder. Like, oh, could you see me trapped here in the snow? Because there was times he was getting snow, and we're not that far away from each other.
35, 40 minutes.
Depending on traffic. If Johnny can get down the turnpike in 18 minutes, it depends on the traffic. But he was saying he was getting snow, and I'm like, well, I didn't have any snow. Or he's getting these terrible, like, thunderstorms, and I'm lucky I even got spit on. So it's just weird. The weather is just weird this year. Partners got such a, and I feel bad. I think it was good old boy. A couple people wrote to me when I did the video. If you go back, it was kind of during the virus. So I was talking a lot, doing a lot more videos. It was helping me because I was quarantined by myself with 2 dogs. So I did how to harden your plants off. I did that video. What do you think? I got all these comments that said, wow, I wish I knew this before I put my stuff out, because they lost it to the frost still in April. Even May, I think there was some. It was just crazy.
2020. Yeah,
2020 has been very crazy, extremely hard on me especially.
Not a good year.
No, not a good year.
I'm going to try to stay awake for 2021, make sure 2020 ends.
Could you imagine we were all like thinking like, oh, Happy New Year in 2020? One of the questions on the, what was it? The 40
question challenge?
The 40 question challenge said, and this is even medication.
I can't remember them all.
I'm trying to think. It was in the notebook. Bear with me. Not the notebook, the movie, but in my notebook. Remember I answered losing my place to my mom.
What was the hardest thing?
Yeah, you'll have to go under and relook at the video. There's a particular question there that was asked. Like, I don't know if it was, what's the hardest thing you experienced, or something along the lines of that.
It wasn't that phrase or something along those lines.
Yeah, it wasn't the exact question, but it's, close enough. And I answered it, losing my home. Well, besides losing my mother at a young age, because sometimes I had 2 answers to the questions. But losing my home
From
Yeah.
COVID.
during COVID, I haven't been right since. So as
I think
far
a
as
lot of people are still not
yeah, and
dealing
now
with
they're
it.
like changing laws and stuff. Like they're giving you grant money if you couldn't pay your rent, all this stuff, and yet they got away with getting me out. Listen, I'm too weak, don't feel good, been through a lot. Now I'm just getting out of the hospital. The last thing I could think of right now is slapping them with a lawsuit, suing the development that I actually lived in, and then suing the township. I just don't even have the mental ability right now to even think of that. As far as here is concerned, I think with the moving around, one thing that I noticed, well, yesterday, being that that was so, I barely got any sleep the night before. Like I fell asleep, and then from 3 o'clock on, I was just like
It's a big change.
begging, for help. I was in so much pain. Um, the bed is the same mattress that I had before with my husband. Very firm. I like a firm mattress. And I was saying to Chris for some time, I did something to my back. I don't know, it's from all the totes I lifted. I'm really starting to think like maybe, yeah, I might have strained my back a little bit with moving all the totes back and forth and around and whatever. But I think there was something underlying that was going on. And it just, then I thought I had a urinary tract infection. And next thing you know, it's a whole lot more serious than that. So, just kind of, it just is what it is. And,
No, it's just a big change here. You don't know the area at all. You're further away from the family.
oh yeah, he took me to the Wawa and it's see, like where I'm from, the streets, they all have names. Like they say the worst intersection where I live is like Knightson Street Road because there's always so many accidents. You go to Chris's Wawa, I just got out for the first time this week besides the hospital to show me where the Wawa was. And I just felt foolish. Of course, I had big black sunglasses on. But it just so happened that the main street right there was so busy. And they were also doing construction that I didn't feel like I had it in me to go across and deal with the traffic just to get to the Aldi's there.
Everything's
Chris,
close by.
It is close by, but I said that's just my luck. There's a crane there. They're directing traffic. I don't like to be stuck in traffic. But I just felt foolish. When you have anxiety, it does that to you. I had big black sunglasses on in the parking lot, and I said, I'm just embarrassed. I feel like I literally could cry in Wawa's parking lot. And one thing that he did say, out of everything that's been going on, is, Mel, you've never been here before. This is all new for you. So I really did appreciate him saying that. The thought of him, his other comment later of like, I don't know if you'll ever adjust to here.
I didn't mean to say
I
it
mean,
to
I
sound
don't
mean, but
know.
I don't know if you are or aren't. It's a big
I don't
adjustment.
know. It's a huge adjustment. Maybe this is normal. I'm not really sure. I've never did this before, especially at this age. Truth be told, I've lived a lot of places and just fine. You know what it's like when you're in your 20s, but
Where I'm at, depending on the time you go out, the traffic can be pretty rough.
To be honest with you, if I wanted to go down the way, that's what I'll call it, I would kind of like to go down later at night, beat all the traffic.
It's going to be early in the morning or late at night.
Well, early in the morning, turnpikes are terrible.
No,
Because I dealt with that
I'm
with
talking like
going.
4, 6 o'clock and 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah, like what Johnny
You'll
did. There was
be-
nobody
you'll
up
be
there.
Fine.
There was nobody up there that actually, Johnny had to go to the bathroom and he said, you want to see my house? And I was like, now? Considering I'm supposed to be going to the hospital. But as soon as we got off, like he was quick. He had me right on the boulevard. I'm like, wow, there's the duplex I used to own right next to the church. And so it was good to see those types of things. And I did get to see my son's place. And he used the men's room. And then we went on our way and he took me to the hospital and dropped me off. Not to drop me off like, he didn't care about me, but he went to work and he's not that far from there. So if it was an emergency, he would have just left and came there. But I just told him I would keep him posted on
Yeah,
what
Johnny and I were texting back and forth while we were at work to see
I didn't know you were doing that.
how you were doing.
Now, even Jared said that he felt bad that I was there by myself, but he also lives with my daughter, who is taking it to a whole
COVID crazy.
Yeah, a whole other level. Believe me, I understand it's her first daughter, it's not her first child, but they're like, and Jim does for Comcast. So he's in and out of people's houses and whatnot, but you know, I mean, I understand, don't get me wrong, I love my granddaughter and she is the sweetest thing ever. But I feel like my daughter is like a first time mom all over again, so she's just being super cautious and, you know, so.
I get it.
She fair warned Jared, which I didn't appreciate this, but she told Jared, you're not allowed to go in the hospital to sit with mom. And that ticked me off.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she did say that. Jared told me that. But I understand the position that Jared's in because he's living there. And it is what it is. But he was allowed, obviously, to come pick me up. She wrote me a text and said, does he know where you live? Which was meaning to hear in her way of saying that, because that's your ride back. So my feelings were a little hurt. I'm human. And would have loved to have been able to spend, you know, a day or 2 or 3 with Amanda, but I don't, and Jarrett, Lindsay and Gavin, I don't know about the other half. Sorry, but baby daddy, you know, and see the grandchildren, but I understand where she's coming from. Still love her to pieces, but I don't know. I was just caught up in my own feelings. It just kind of hurt my feelings, but I mean, I don't know. I was cautious. I forgot that I was wearing a mask even in a vehicle. Jared's like, I was like, I'm having still trouble breathing. How could they let me go with this? And Jared's like, Mom, you still have your mask on. And I did take it off because I'm one of those people where, you know, I will wear it in a store. I obviously wore it in the hospital. I'm going to do what's best for me and to stay safe. I would never want to jeopardize my grandchildren. So I got over that quick. And, yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, the people that are driving around in their cars by themselves wearing masks.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand it. And I can't, for me, I have anxiety. I was having trouble breathing and completely forgot I had a mask on. So, until Jared pointed it out. But needless to say. Okay, so we're not missing any comments.
No.
But I know that this gets played back. I know a lot of people...
They're busy on the weekends and
well, they tend to watch my lives after the fact, which is okay with me.
Hi Judith, I know you're not here, but you'll probably watch it later on. Just wanted to say hi to you.
Oh yeah, Judith, I couldn't call. She's probably going to be upset with me because I just had a conversation with her where she was like, please take care of you, please worry about your health, don't worry about anybody else, and bingo bango, I got slapped upside the head with that. But yeah, she'll probably watch it later on. Usually she's in here, but you know, she's been busy. So, but she's probably not going to be too thrilled to she's probably not going to be too thrilled to hear or to see, you know, about this. But I don't know. It just is what it is. I mean, like I said, I'm not a person that runs to the hospital. And I asked how my red and white cell count was because my other friend taught me that. He said if anything bad was going to show up, it's going to show up right there. But I felt like the nurse laughed at me when I was like, well, how's my red and white cell count? And he was like, huh? And like kind of snickered. But needless to say, that's what I was getting at about the bed.
Oh, good.
Nothing. I said it was firm. So I barely had any sleep, obviously, from the night before. And I was trying to fight to keep my eyes open. I ate soup when I got back. I ate soup, and I'm not one to burn anything.
Oh, that thing was toast.
I'm not one to burn anything. But I kind of like burnt my grilled cheese. And I'm not a picky eater. I'm a particular eater. And it was burnt, and I ate the whole thing and the soup and said to him, like, I got to stay awake. I got to stay awake to take the pill, which is the antibiotic. And he finally just said, like, why don't you just take it so it's a little bit earlier? That's all I remember. Knocked out, looked at, because I fall asleep with my watch on. This is the Fitbit Versa 2. And then I try to look at that, but then I went into my phone. It said I had 11 hours worth of sleep.
I
And
don't know if that's
he
accurate.
never says anything's accurate because he's always tired if he gets 20 hours of sleep.
No.
Honestly, I'm a 5-hour sleeper. I'll tell you, there's times on the weekend, and there I am like 6 o'clock in the morning awake. But literally, I looked at the time where it calculated it because I just went into the settings the other day and it said how to set it if you go to bed, at night. And I've tried it with both watches. Listen, moral of my story is if I got 11 hours of sleep, I needed that. I mean, I was done. I don't remember anything. I just remember taking the medicine with water and tried to get in the Actually, I wasn't going to sleep in the bed, was I? I was going to sleep in the recliner chair, try to sit up sleeping. And I think that's the last thing we said to each other. And I was ass out, dead sound asleep, and woke up in shock this morning. I could feel pain, but believe me, God Almighty, it was not what I felt that night before when I woke up. I mean, that was terrible. Don't get me wrong. I can feel that they're swollen because it's pulsating and it's hurting my back. But nonetheless, 11 hours of sleep between the move-in, the whatever. Maybe I needed it. Maybe it was 9 hours. I don't really care. I just know that I got sleep and don't remember anything. And I'm A-okay by that because yesterday was mentally and physically exhausting to me.
You were up at Saturday morning, like 3.
Yeah, about 3 in the morning.
And you were up the rest of the day and at the hospital the rest of the day. So between the pain, getting up early, being in the hospital, going to the garden.
It was very weird.
It was a rough Saturday.
It really was.
I was working.
It was really rough, and I'm going to tell you something. I remember how I fell asleep. I fell asleep. I decided to take the heating pad, which is meant for my shoulders. I don't own a regular heating pad. Here, you want this other stuff? Because I know you're going to want to clean up. I'm going to be right back. Okay, no problem, honey. I don't own a heating pad. I need one. The heating pad I have has the cutout for your neck. It goes over your shoulder from a previous injury that I had with a rotator cuff at a job that I had. That is the most uncomfortable thing to try to keep on my back. What happened was I fell asleep with the heating pad on and it doesn't stay on. It's on a timer, so that stinks too. And I think I rolled with it this way, and suddenly the wire to the heating pad got caught. And what initially woke me up was I heard the stuff fall, but I was feeling like these spasms in my back. As soon as I heard the thing fall and I was tilted to my side and was having trouble moving, forget it. I mean, I was done. I was pacing, I want to say jumping up and down, but not exactly. I mean, I may have jumped up and down once or twice holding my back, like just, oh my God, please help me. Like, it was terrible. And I'm a redhead. I have a high tolerance for pain. And it was just brutal. So I'm hoping nothing's being overlooked and everything is what they say it is. Because it really was from 3 o'clock in the morning. I think I went to bed at like 8 something if my phone was accurate. And yeah, so it's saying I got 11 hours of sleep, but I don't know. It was just a long, exhausting, tiresome day. And believe me, I prayed umpteen times when I was by myself in that hospital. Because I always think the worst because I have an anxiety. Like, what if, God forbid, seriously, what if, God forbid, it's something really bad? Nobody wants to die alone. So I signed my son's name and my other son's name, and they left an open part to the IV, which I said to Chris, my arm's sore today. But I have olive oil arms. They never gain weight, even if the rest of me does. So yeah, for me to bruise, that's a little brutal. So it's a little sore today. And I wanted to get washed last night and needed major help with that. I really tried to soak in some hot water. So got quite a few things done when I got back here, like eat, try to get washed. I didn't want to wash my hair because I didn't want my head wet. Nothing else to get sick. So that's the lowdown. As far as, the hospital is concerned, that's what the diagnosis is: 2 swollen kidneys, double kidney infection, urinary tract infection, which is called a UTI, the possibility of passing stones or have stones in there. I don't know, but just please send me some prayers, because I don't like this feeling, and it's running around the front. And I remember my ex-husband was a stone grower, and they do say it moves from the back to the front. Yikes. Let me see. Hot Mess Express, you made it. I can't even get excited and laugh because my back hurts so much. Hey girl, how are you? I've missed you. I've missed you more. Yeah, I didn't see you on last 2 lives, I think. I was just explaining that I was at the hospital all day yesterday. Well, from Saturday night, woke up in the middle of the night, not feeling good, severe. Well, Thursday it started. I know you're getting in late. Trying to make a long story short, Thursday, severe pain in my back. Friday, it was getting worse. And Saturday, 3 o'clock in the morning, I just couldn't even, like I said, I think I was like kind of rolled, and I just got up and just knew I needed a hospital. So I spent my Saturday, unfortunately, alone in a hospital. And the diagnosis is, somebody's doing something. The diagnosis is, which is what I was just saying. I have 2 swollen kidneys, which that just sounds weird. Both of my kidneys are swollen. I have double kidney infection, a UTI, which is a urinary tract infection. They think that I may have passed a stone or could pass some more stones, and it just is horrendous. The pain is god awful. They wanted to come at me with a needle with morphine, and I said, no, get away from me with that. Because if I want to be consciously aware of whatever's going on, no matter what my fears are. Can you read that for me? Hot Mess Express. I literally just said, I think at the beginning, you may have to watch this. I said, I'm a hot mess. And if Hot Mess Express was on here, didn't I say that?
She said that she, kidney stones on the double. She had 8 surgery 8 times to have them removed.
Now, my ex-husband had a lot of stuff like that. He's known as a stone grower. But even they're thinking I passed 1 or 2. But no, it's just like a triple whammy, to be honest with you, because, double kidney infection, 2 swollen kidneys. That worries me, 2 swollen kidneys. I've never heard a doctor word it like that before. But it's a hospital, so I guess they know what they're talking about. Which is what I was saying earlier when I said to Johnny and to Jarrett, my sons. Johnny rushed up here, took me to the hospital. Like I said, you may have to go back and rewatch because I talked about the gardens. Jared and his girlfriend picked all the carrots and the veggies for me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just in pain. So lots of water, nothing over 5 pounds, stay away from the steps. And yet there I was with 10 pounds of carrots trying to clean them up today. So, let me lean forward. Girl, we were a hot mess together. It has been a rough week. Oh, that's an understatement. It's just hard to get comfortable. Like I said to Chris, I don't even know what to wear for the live. He was like, put on. And I haven't even seen pajama bottoms just from moving around. So he was like, nobody's going to see but the top half. So I just wore my Pittsburgh Steelers t-shirt with a little hoodie over it because I showed earlier, like, I got olive oil arms. So they bruised me pretty good. That hurt even getting that off. They took most of the tape off, but then Chris had to get the rest off. And then I had the leaves on my chest. The nurse can only get a couple off and then just sent me home with the rest on. And he was pulling my skin and, So, yeah, I don't know, just totally sucky. And something's going on with my thyroid. 1 minute it's lower numbers, meaning I should be getting fat, and now it's saying some type of thyroid problem. So, yeah, so for the latecomers, my back is killing me. I do feel like I probably shouldn't have done those carrots. It's just my honest opinion, but I mean, I couldn't really stick it on him. I mean, I guess I could have if I was a witch, but no. I started to do some and then just took my arm and just swiped them in the sink of cold water. So 10 pounds of carrots are done. So Hot Mess Express, you might have to watch this all over. You don't have to read, it's flickering. You might have to watch it from the beginning. But yeah, I've missed you. You've been missing my lives.
Antibiotics?
I was already on Cipro. I only got 4 in me, I think. 2 on Thursday, 2 on Friday. Friday it was feeling worse. Saturday I was a goner. So they didn't give me any other antibiotics. I would have thought maybe they would have gave me a little bit more Cipro considering how bad this infection is, but they didn't. So that has me a little scared. Worst case scenario, I'll just call my MD and be like, they sent me out there with no more Cipro, but I have 1 more to take tonight. I've been trying to drink some more water, and I'm probably going to nibble on a little something. What, I don't know, but yeah. And they did give me fluid yesterday because they did say that I was dehydrated. I forgot to tell you that one too. Which, that's just that bag that hangs. I can't see that far away. I'm having Chris do the reading from his phone, Hot Mess Express, because I could barely move.
Get a heating pad or take a bath?
We tried to take a bath. Well, I tried to take a bath last night. Chris's water's draining out of the tub. So he tried to fix the little thing in the middle. And he thought he had it for it to hold water, but it's letting the water out slowly. So I don't know. I told him mine did that before. Might have to get one of those little stoppers. You just stick it in there. Because Chris ain't really a bath person unless, I guess, I was to draw it and do it. So I mean, I'm not going to front it. I needed help last night. I mean, I got down. He was nowhere even near the bathroom. And I laid my back in some Epsom salt and some hot water. He did have to come in because I did get stuck. He did help me get up. And he helped to get the bandage off my arm. And the poor thing was trying to hold his hand over the bottom of the stopper for a little while there. And I'm like, and he's resting his head on the spigot. I'm like, that's not going to work. We'll have to come up with a different solution for the tub because I'm a bath person. And I do need a heating pad because mine is a shoulder heating pad from when I blew my rotator cuff. And it has a timer on it, so you constantly have to stay on top of that heating pad or it shuts off. So yeah, so I could definitely use the heating pad. I'm hoping there's 100% cranberry juice here that I brought with me, but just trying to do some more water. And I mean, by the time I got back here, just passed out. Well, ate soup, burnt my grilled cheese, and I don't burn anything, and still ate it because I was just exhausted. And my watch that's connected to my phone is telling me that I got 11 hours worth of sleep. And if I did, amen, God bless, because I was exhausted. And then, you know, stay away from the stairs as much. And that's because the kidneys are so swollen. That's why they were saying that. Like, don't lift anything over 5 pounds, stay off your feet, bed rest. Come on now. I mean, as much pain as I'm in right now, I should really listen. But I also had produce that came here because Jared and Lindsay picked all the carrots and the peppers and everything for me after they picked me up from the hospital, which was super, super sweet. And they brought me back here. And my older son, Johnny, is the one that got me to the hospital. And yeah. So, god awful pain. I can feel it. It's getting bad now. I didn't ask for any pain pills or anything like that because I'm just not that person. But I did get some. They didn't even give me Tylenol with codeine, and my niece was a little bit furious with that. But I have just regular Tylenol, and I'm just going to try to take that and just keep taking the antibiotic and hope for the best. But I was posting pics on Instagram of me in the hospital, or someone come visit me because you're allowed one visitor, because I was there by myself. And their IV that they did, I was like, ouch. So yeah, I did post some over there. And thank you for the people that did see the few posts that I could do. Ow. Even when you have to cough, oh, my back is killing me. Yeah, I tried to get, some pics because I was bored. And 6 heated blankets on top of me. I was still freezing to death. So let's see if I can read that one. All that will take so much. I can't see it. Let me move this closer to me this way without dropping you. Don't mind me because I look a hot mess. All that will take so much out of you. I've been through that way more times than I want it. Prayers to you. Take 3 ibuprofen. Honey, I wish I could, but I'm allergic to them. And 2 Tylenol, they told me that was equivalent to pain pill. Well, I think the Tylenol that I have is the extra strength, like the coated. It's probably 500 milligrams, I would think. Yeah, I would think it's 500 milligrams. So the only thing that I'm very leery about taking medicine in general. It's bad enough I have to take anxiety medicine, but I have one more pill to get in me of the antibiotic. But I'm wondering if I could take 2 Tylenol, which would equal to 1,000 milligrams, and that Cipro antibiotic, and I would still be okay. Thumbs up. Anybody think like I'll be all right? What do you think, Chris? Think I'll be all right taking it all together?
I'm gonna try to space it out, but I think it should be all right.
He thinks maybe I should space it out, but I am feeling more like, I don't know. And I threw up once today. I don't know if that's normal. Hot Mess Express, maybe you would know. But I took my antibiotic, and I don't know. Chris ran my SUV through the car wash, and I was in there. I don't know if it was the scent from the air freshener, which I loved, or if it was because I was reaching like a dum-dum, trying to be me, never stop, and was starting to wipe the front of the dash off, and suddenly I was like, I can't do it. And I said to him, I think I'm going to be sick. I only threw up once, and then I ate a banana. And then I was worried I threw up my antibiotic, but hopefully I didn't. Let's see, Boone. Me neither, Boone. I really don't. I'll tell you, once I got to a certain age, I just became allergic to a lot of things. Ibuprofen was my I don't know if this is going to sound right, but it was my drug of choice for my migraines because I was on no caffeine whatsoever at the time, and it had to be prescribed to you then. So it was 1,500 milligrams of ibuprofen for my migraines. I guess from being on that too long, became allergic, got food poisoning twice, became allergic to Tygan. The Z-Pack I'm allergic to. Amoxicillin I'm allergic to. I'm like, yeah. So when I go into like a hospital or a doctor's office and they say, what are you allergic to? I'm like, you got a pen and paper? Because it's quite a few things. I probably should get one of those bracelets that just list it. God forbid. Let me bring it closer. Yes, it's normal. The pain will make you sick. I really said that because I didn't throw up, even though I was doing jumping jacks in that bedroom. Like, I know I probably look like I'm sitting stiff and whatnot, but I kind of am. But yeah, it was just once. That is what my urologist told me because I hate taking pain meds. Yeah, I don't really like it either. I got scared, like, oh, do you want some morphine? Like, hell to the no. They give morphine to patients that are, to keep them comfortable with cancer and stuff like that. And I don't want to feel loopy. I don't want to feel nauseated. I don't want that. If I have to make a decision because my sons weren't there, I want to be alert. I did say I needed a drink of water when I was there, and she told me no. She said, do something. So that scared me too. But so that's where we're at. That's what's going on. That is going to be the title of this video. But I did show, if you want to go back in and look, and I've been missing you greatly. Go take a look at Friday's video. May not have tagged you in it per se, but the 40 question challenge from Tubby Guy Outdoors, it's really 39. They're easy. It's like Coke or Pepsi. Can you whistle? Do a video, or have your hubby do a video, which I thought maybe I tagged your husband. That might have been what I did. I'm trying to think. Stevie Outdoors. I'm so confused anymore. But yeah, do a video and tag me in it. Lawrence N is looking forward to doing it. That's what I put out on Friday. And I'm glad I got that out before it just got worse. So tomorrow's video is going to be about the carrots that the kids picked, which I might put that in the title, harvesting and cleaning carrots that my son and his girlfriend picked. I don't know, I just love them to pieces. And yeah, so there is more produce and stuff to deal with tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. I don't want to do anything else tonight. I don't even know about what I'm going to eat. I did have 2 small pieces of pizza earlier. Maybe a bowl of cereal. I was thinking maybe some oatmeal because it might stick to my ribs, and I'm cold. That I'm experiencing a lot. I don't know, Hot Mess Express, even though it's chilly up here. Did you get like the cold, like were you cold? Did you get the chills? Like during your situation with your kidneys? Ooh. Because I'm constantly freezing now, just constantly freezing. So like I said, I posted some hospital pictures, not looking so good, on Instagram yesterday. And even the needy homesteader reached out and said, what's going on, girl? Saying prayers for you. Thank you to everyone. Tubby Guy Outdoors wrote me as well on Instagram. A few other people did, but it's like not even registering in my head because of the pain. It's like rocking my rib cage. It's giving me lower abdominal pain. So yeah, and it hurts to breathe in. And then when you have to cough, it's horrible. Let's see. Girl, my week has been a roller coaster. Please keep my dad and me in your prayers. He went in for open heart surgery last Monday, and they ended up doing a quadruple bypass on him. Oh my God, no way. Many, 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 many prayers. Girl, you're constant. I feel so bad. Boone says, we'll pray for you. Hot Mess Express, aka Little Bit. Oh, you may be running a fever from the infection. There's not even a thermometer here. I don't own a thermometer. I did. I had one that broke, but once the virus hit, couldn't really find a thermometer. So I don't know if somebody could find a thermometer and mail me one, but that would be awesome. And a heating pad, because a heating pad's brutal. But no, Hot Mess Express will absolutely be praying for your dad and you. Stay strong. And we'll definitely be keeping you in my prayers. But a quadruple bypass, how is he since he had that? Thank you so much. We definitely appreciate the prayers. Absolutely. Is he doing... Wait, when did they do it? Let me see. Oh, last Monday. How's he doing so far? Thank you so much. Okay, said that. Is he doing any better from last Monday. That is such a shame. I'm so sorry. Did you hear? Chris is over there. I don't know if he said hello to you or not.
I did.
Oh, you did? Well, hopefully he's doing better. And we'll most definitely keep you in my thoughts and prayers for you and your dad. I have to put my lights up because I have to cough. And Voon, you saw that you were tagged, right? In the 40 question challenge. And I did see your thing on Instagram asking me how I was doing or something. I don't know when that was, but I couldn't even respond back. I was in so much pain. He's really sore and weak. Let me back this up. Okay, more people are joining. He's really sore and weak and still having some breathing issues, but they let him come home yesterday, and I just think it was too soon. Well, the slightest problem, send him back. Honestly, just to play it safe. Hi, at Fishes and Loaves Life. How are you? Hi, at Big Leg. Let's Dig It. Just popped in, and I think my kiddo pooped his pants. No, you didn't. Really? I know you are just jumping in. You might have to go back and look and rewatch it. Everybody's saying hello. That's funny, though. I can't laugh, though, because my back hurts. But you might have to rewatch the live because I went to the hospital yesterday and not feeling so well. 2 swollen kidneys, double kidney infection, UTI, possibly kidney stones, possibly past one. It's like a list of stuff. I'm in pain big time. But yeah, Hot Mess Express. Wow, that seems quick. So last Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's like what, 10 or 12 days he was in?
Something like that.
That's 10 or 12 days he was in. If that makes you nervous or the slightest problem, I send him back. I mean, I was worried when I was in the hospital, and I was like, what if this happens? And my niece said, well, you're in the right place if it's going to happen. Because I think I said, I'm so nervous. It's giving me pains in my chest, this pain in my back. What if I have a heart attack? She said, you're in the right place for it. Not that that's always the right thing to say, but I know what she meant by it. So, at Fishes and Loaves Life, I'm not sure. Friday's video, I may or may not have tagged you, but I did specify that, you know, if any of my subscribers wanted to do the, can I just say 39 challenge? It's 40 question challenge. The Tubby Guy Outdoor nominated me for. But the 40th question is to nominate 6 other channels. Feel free to do the videos, super easy, Coke or Pepsi, can you whistle, type of questions, and then just tag me in it. It's to let your viewers know a little bit more about you, and yeah, have fun with it. No, he was not even in there a week. Oh, crap. Wow.
That's quick.
That's real quick. Is that like normal? I don't know. Science and technology today, I don't know. I wonder if that's too quick, and then I wonder if he would be not as safe in there due to the virus. I'm not really sure. It will be a week tomorrow when he had it done. Is he with you, or are you taking care of him? Oh. Just a second, got to change him. Laugh out loud, she said. She really meant that too. She came on to pop in as her child pooped himself. That's funny. Well, my uncle was the second recipient in Pennsylvania, besides the Governor Casey, to receive a heart transplant. And my uncle lived 8 or 9 years longer after that heart transplant. That's not what had him die. He ended up having something done years prior to that with prostate cancer. And I think that's what technically had happened. He had prostate cancer. No, he is at home. My stepmom is with him. Okay, so he's in good hands. Well, I'm sure she's got you on speed dial. Chris and I both will say prayers. Anyone else that watches the live or watches the live afterwards, which I'm okay with, you'll be all caught up. Everyone, please say some prayers for Hot Mess Express's dad, who just had open heart surgery, quadruple bypass. That's crazy. Lots of prayers for me that I feel better super quick, because I don't want to go through this again. Honest to goodness. And anybody that's missed it, that's been in here the whole time, well, not anybody that's been in here has missed it, but if you came in late, you might have to rewatch it. Proud mom. Well. Let me pull this closer because Chris is sending hope that you feel better soon. Love from Maine. How's the weather in Maine? Proud mom, 1966. Wait, did you change your name? Or am I still just in pain? And Fishes and Loaves Light is listening. I get it. I was a mom. I had little ones that had to do their thing. It's all good. In Maine, because that's where my old neighbor just went to Maine. I was wondering if it was freezing there, if you have any snow yet or anything like that. And thank you for the wishes to get better quick, because I feel terrible. Thank you, and I am sending prayers for you. Take care and just rest. I'm going to have to jump off and get into bed. Hot Mess Express, I completely understand. Please show up a little bit more often. I've been thinking of you, but now I get it. I get why I haven't seen you in the last 2 or so, maybe 3. It's starting to get cold here. No snow yet, laugh out loud, she put. Okay, because my old neighbor went there on Friday. I think he's coming back Monday or Tuesday. But yes, kisses, hugs, virtual hug, lots of prayers for Hot Mess Express to give you strength to get through this and for everything to be a-okay with your dad. And Boone, you're just the greatest. You really are. Proud mom, we just did some, talking about me going into the hospital on Saturday. We did some garden talk. I'm in pain. Love you, Hot Mess Express, and kisses. Tell your husband I said hello too. Praying your dad heals up good at Hot Mess Express, aka Little Bit. Should I be writing that? Like aka Little Bit? Oh, thanks, Mel. It's true, Vern. You're wonderful. I love my subscribers. And some of my subscribers turn into being really good friends of mine. You know? Look at Miss Judith. She turned into being like a family member who doesn't know this information yet about me going to the hospital. And I really think she's going to be, I want to say, pissed. Maybe mad, because she was telling me to take care of me and not to worry about anybody else. But things happen. Thank you for all the prayers. You're so welcome. It is automatic when you hit at the whole name comes up. Wait, what did I mess on that one? Just gonna adjust you because there's where Chris is. And he was doing the reading for me. Okay, so does that mean, did I tag somebody wrong? All right, well, hopefully it comes up. But anybody that maybe I didn't mention, I did write some down in the description. I had like 15 of these all in there. For some reason, it wouldn't let me upload it, so I shortened it thinking that was the problem, which ended up not being the problem. But yeah, you are all welcome to do the 40 question challenge. Super easy. Just tag me in it, and it'll help your viewers to know some more about you, and it's fun. Lauren seemed super excited, Miss Lauren N, and said, yay, can't wait to do that one because it really is simple. I've had one kidney infection, but not both. You poor thing. That is painful. That is an understatement. I have 2 enlarged, swollen kidneys. I have double kidney infection, a UTI infection. Think I may have passed a stone. And yeah, the list goes on. And something going on with my thyroid. But the pain in my back is ungodly. On my phone, I have to text it all out. Oh, okay. Oh, Voone's going to do it too. Voone, I'm so excited. Yeah, so just everybody have fun with it. Mine was done a while back. I'm honest. You know me. I'm like so transparent on my channel and on my lives with you guys. That's why Adam's not over here either. I know you saw I met him last week. I didn't ask him to be over because I really don't feel well, and he was at a wedding all weekend, which was the fun neighbor from last Sunday. But yeah, I think it's going to be awesome to see everybody's answers to the questions. And that was the object, you know, he said to have fun with it. I did, obviously, I wrote Tubby Guy Outdoors. And, but yeah, if someone's name was left off the list, wasn't done intentionally, and then I knew what I said in the video, but I wanted to add some of my, you know, other subscribers that are in my lives on Sunday. So yeah, go for it. Do the video, tag me in it. I will go over, I will give it a thumbs up, I will like it, and yeah, pass it around, and then you guys can pick 6 or even 10 channels if you want to do it. And my back feels like, in that spot, it just feels hot. So I didn't have a fever when I was in the hospital. I just had extremely low blood pressure, and they didn't want to let me go. So could be due to weight, could be whatever. So usually starts with UTI or stones. Oh, let's see this one. I got a movie again. I should probably just use my dog as a resting spot. Let's see. Usually starts with a UTI or stones. Blueberry juice does the same as cranberry for us, by the way. Also found a woman's raw probiotics, 100 billion. I'm trying from Amazon that helps with UTIs. Well, let me know about that from the Amazon thing if that really works. Blueberry juice? I don't know if I've seen blueberry juice around here. I think I might have one bottle where it's like 100% pure cranberry juice that I'm going to try. I'm not the best at drinking water. I'm just going to keep it real. I like sparkling water, not the zero anything. But yeah, I don't know, because I'm getting a front of abdominal pain. So I don't know. I don't even know if I passed a stone. Hopefully they know what they're talking about. But I am getting the abdominal pain, and that's what made me mad, because I was in there for the severe back pain to the point where, like, I couldn't even sit still. I was jumping up and down. Like, The back spasms were terrible. So he thinks that I passed. He saw like a spot that could possibly be more stones. It didn't sound very concrete about that. Even when I was discharged from the hospital, I just felt uneasy being discharged, considering I was still having some trouble breathing. I still am every now and again. So yeah, just started it, so we'll know in a few weeks. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Definitely let me know. I did send my son into Wawa yesterday when we were down that way for probiotic. Let me go get it because I want to show you this and you could tell me if it's crap. But I just thought of it. I wonder if these are good to drink. Because if they are, I would need to have to find a case because I'm not going to keep spending like, almost $3 for it. So let me grab it because I have to get up because Chris is now just resting, I guess. So bear with me. And don't mind my attire. Oh, I probably should drink that tonight, actually. Oh, I don't think this is it. Gosh darn it, I thought it said probiotics on it. I'm trying to walk quick, but bear with me. Oh, probably not, I guess. Wrong thing, right? That's what I instantly got when I came out of the hospital yesterday, which is probably just like a yogurt drink. But for some reason, I thought it said probiotics in it. Isn't probiotics in yogurt? Knutsons in glass jar in grocery stores. Check for citric acid and lay off spinach and other high acid foods. Can't take the Advil. Can only take Tylenol because I'm allergic. It's ibuprofen and all that. Advil is good for swelling and pain. I guess I'm going to be stuck with the Tylenol, folks. Well, no. Advil I can take. Ibuprofen I can't take, but I only have Tylenol. Spinach? I haven't had spinach in a little bit. I haven't had spinach since I came here. I mean, no pun intended. They didn't really eat the healthiest, but I don't know. Yes, it is in yogurt. Okay, so I can drink these. I don't know if anybody's ever tried these, but these are actually pretty good. I would like to get a case of these because they're like $2.39 in the local Wawa. And who wants to do that if you can find a case of them? I like the drinkables. I used to like the little kids drinkable ones, but let's be realistic. But yeah, so I'm thinking it started from a UTI, and then with being shuffled around, I misplaced the antibiotic, and then when I was able to find it, it happened to be Thursday when I started feeling pain, and I don't know if I want to say that's my fault, but when you're being shuffled around, moving here and there, it just got misplaced. And I took 2 tablets, 2 Cipro on Thursday, 2 on Friday, felt worse on Friday, and Saturday was unbearable. I mean, if I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning freaking out at Chris, like, why don't you just help me? I mean, I was... And the spasms were terrible, and I've never experienced that before, so I don't know. They asked me how many kidney infections and UTIs I've had in my lifetime, and I said 1. I've had 1 UTI that was, this is what this affiliate doctor did. Here, take the Cipro. Then the test results came back. That's how they did it back then. Called me on the phone and said, Melody, you don't have to take the Cipro because you don't have a UTI. I ended up with a kidney infection on top of that UTI, but I had 104 fever. So I know not to mess around when it comes to the Cipro. Take it till you finish it. I just couldn't find it, and when I found it, it was already too late. And honestly, I'm going to try to show you because this arm's all bruised from the IVs, but my pain is all in here so bad and up a little bit higher. Like, oh, horrible. Oh, so that is what's going on. I also, for the latecomers, like I said, I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude. But you might have to go back and watch this from the beginning. I showed some other things, talked about seed saving and this situation. So tomorrow's video is probably going to be my kiddo and his girlfriend. They're not in the video. I didn't even think I was so sick to even do that. I wish I would have. But the video is going to be harvesting and cleaning carrots. I also did, I think, like a 5-bean chili, like a 5-bean crock pot chili for everybody here, which, believe me, didn't even last like a day here. I did that video before I got sick. So bear with me on the videos, but that's what I definitely know will come out tomorrow because I don't have to write much in the description box. Let's keep it real. Let me see. Next, ask for something else other than Cipro. But yes, antibiotics are needed for the kidneys. Yeah, they didn't send me with anything else. So that's what I'm a little afraid of. But I'm going to stay positive and continue the antibiotic. And I guess worst case scenario, if I run out, I'm calling my MD like they sent me out of there with no more Cipro. So, but that's what's going on. The title will be, I was in the hospital. But yeah, go back and watch the rest of it. Love you, Boom. Let me know when you're doing your video, because I'm probably going to drink this. I didn't eat any dinner. I had pizza earlier. I had 2 slices of like little small oven pizza. So yeah. Yeah, I hope that you feel good, Boone. Thank you for your message. And do the video. Tag me in it. Watch out for the carrot video tomorrow, because I probably won't have the energy now to write in the description box of everything I added into the chili. I know one of the beans took forever to cook, and it's not a bean that I normally use. I used all dry beans. So it was like a dry bean chili. You know, on a quickness in a crock pot. So yeah, but thank you everyone for joining tonight's live. I know it was not all that exciting. Those okras were huge though. And the seed saving. Thank you for everybody that showed up. Fishes and Loaves Live, thank you so much for all the advice. Macrobid or genetics works too. Fishes and Loaves. Do you have Instagram? Because if you can leave me this information over there, that would be awesome. Or go under Friday's video and leave me some comments under there. That was for the 40 questions. And if you're up for it, do the video. It's super easy. Can you whistle? Bath or shower. And just tag me in it. And let's just have fun. And I will go over and watch it and give you a thumbs up and leave a comment. Did you use kidney beans by chance? I did. Find mine. I looked for yours, hon. You looked for mine? Because I'm under Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It Homestead. I think we went through this before, didn't we? Because it's ringing a bell. All right, if I refind yours, I will DM you and just say, like, I found you. And then maybe you can give me some suggestions or all this informative information. Would be greatly appreciated. But obviously, I'd have to, you know, watch the video over again to see the information. And I've been sitting here for quite some time, and I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. I am in pain. So with that being said, I love you all. I am going to end up drinking this, taking my antibiotic and probably 2 Tylenol and just call it done. Please say lots of prayers because I will be here by myself tomorrow and talk about being scared on a Saturday night, way out of my realm, petrified. And I didn't want to be dropped off by Chris and just left there. I wouldn't even have known how to get back here. So it pushed my anxiety pretty far. So, but at least I got released from the hospital. Hopefully that's a good sign. Fishes and Loaves or Carol Mama Woods. The kidney beans are undercooked. They can poison your kidneys, I believe. That's the one bean. Thank God. But that's interesting because I never heard that before. But that's the one bean that I had in the real big can. I did black beans, like I soaked. There was a bean I never used before. Can't think of it right now. You'll see when the video comes out. Keep an eye out for like Wednesday. I'm going to do the crock pot. I don't know what I'm going to label it. All dried beans, crock pot, something. I'll name it that. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And yeah, so if anyone else that watches this live after the fact missed it tonight, or you were tagged in the video, feel free to do it. Let's have some fun. Lots of prayers that my kidneys get better because I'm going to do me. I can't really stay off my feet tomorrow. I have a couple things to do, but I would so love to just chill out. But thank you everyone for joining me tonight. And yeah, I mean, I'm still going over Stackball Hospital paperwork. It's just crazy. But love you guys. Don't forget to say lots of prayers for Hot Mess Express's dad, who had open heart surgery, a triple bypass, no, quadruple bypass. That's so concerning. Proud Mom, 1966. You were awfully quiet in here. Please come again. Find me on Instagram, even though I've been not really posting a whole lot on Instagram due to just life in general. But yeah, it's great to have you in here. And feel free. I know that you weren't tagged in it or written out or mentioned it in the video. Feel free to do it. Do the video. Let's just have fun. We'll check it out. I thought you were Mel on Insta. Laugh out loud. No. I am under, I think it's Melody Rose, which is my full name. But I'm under the channel name because I do have a personal Instagram that I haven't even really been uploading on there. But I'm under Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It Homestead under Instagram. Go follow me over there. You can DM me. And yeah. And there's been a little bit less comments on our videos lately. I don't know what's going on. So maybe if everybody can go over and comment on the videos, even Friday's video, if you fell behind, I understand. Life gets busy, believe me, I know. But I'm making my rounds, if you have noticed. And Proud Mom, 1966, do you have a channel? Because I think I looked for you before and I had trouble finding you. And Fishes and Loaves Life. Do the challenge. The 40 question challenge. Number 40 will be nominate 6 other channels. I would like to get to know you more and get to know some things about you, and it's to have fun. So what the heck, why not? Anybody that watches the live after the fact, as I was just saying, can feel free to do the same thing. Just tag me in it. And yeah, it's just to have a good time and to have your subscribers get to know you a little bit better. No, I don't have one. Okay, are you on Instagram? Do you have like an Instagram account? Oh. Okay, we'll try and go while I can remember what you said. Laugh out loud, Nightmare. You crack me up. go on over and go look at that challenge. You'll see it's from Friday. And yeah, you could do it. And I wrote in under the description the questions. Pretty easy questions. Proud mom. If you don't have YouTube, but you have Instagram, send me a friend request on Instagram, or I'll try to look you up if you have an Instagram. But it was great having you in here. Feel free to come back again. I don't know what my subscriber count's at now. It goes up and down. I was like 318. I think I'm 316. I have no clue. But yeah, so pass me around. Have fun, everyone. Have a great week this upcoming week. And yeah, catch me next Sunday. I haven't been advertising because I can't on this new upgrade thing they did with YouTube on my laptop. So I have to use this. And if anybody knows how to advertise on this app, that would be great too. Florida here, but cousins and aunts and uncles in PA. I know, that rings a bell to me. That I do know, and I think I did look you up. I have to go look under my Instagram. But yeah, do the challenge. Since you're from the same area, come on now, girl. You got this. And yeah, proud mom, feel free if you'd like to maybe start a YouTube channel. We would all support you. If you were on here, a good way to get to know others too. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. Absolutely. But on that note, I am going to go. Love you gals and guys. Yeah, live next Sunday at 8. I feel like it starts off a little slow at 8. I'm starting to think I should start doing it at 9. I don't know. I can't make up my mind about that. But yeah, smash the thumbs up on the videos. Leave me a comment so I know I didn't lose you and I can find you easier. If you have Instagram, it's great. Find me over there. Thank you for joining me, even though I'm in excruciating pain. And say lots of prayers for Hot Mess Express's dad. Hopefully next Sunday, I will be feeling better. I hope. I will try tomorrow. Will be crazy. And my mom fell here yesterday. Oh no. But sounds fun. God bless you with a break and good health. Yeah, I'm hoping. I hope your mom's okay. Oh. Well, yeah, if you go over and you take a look at it, even when you get off of here now, you can jot those questions down, girl. I will have my son get me on Gram tomorrow. Holy crap, I would not dare to do a video. Girl, come on now, Fishes and Loaves, tell her. Proud mom. You'd be surprised the people that said that they wouldn't do YouTube and wouldn't even show their faces. And I'm the first one to say, we're all different sizes. We all have different looks. And guess what? Do it. You have my support and all my subscribers. We would support you 10,000%. When you're ready to do that first video, let us know so that we can back you up and we'll send some subscribers your way. There's a legacy for your kids to have. Do it. Proud mom, 1966. See? It's women straightening other women's crowns. We don't tilt the crown on this channel. We straighten it. So you can do it. Everybody's beautiful in their own way. And if you need our help and support, we will help you along the way. That's what we're about here. So maybe give it some thought. But yeah, definitely get your son to get you set up on an Instagram. And just look me up. Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It Homestead. Or Melody Rose. Music, Flower. That's how you can always remember my name. And I'll follow back. We come in all shapes and sizes, just like the chocolate and candy. I love you. Ow, but don't make me laugh because it hurts. Oh, I just love you. We have so much in common, me and you. God bless your mom. I hope that she's okay after falling, or fruits, nuts, and vegetables. I got to stop with you. Love you, gals and girls and guys. Anyone that watches this after the fact, do the challenge. Tag me in it. Lots of prayers that I feel better. You are absolutely amazing. I love my supporters, and what more can I say? I just love you all. And yeah, I'm going to hop off, drink this, take my antibiotic, and hit the hay. Come see me again Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for videos. And guys, show up on Sunday, 8 o'clock, or be square. But love you all. And yeah, have a great start to a brand new week. God bless. Lots of prayers. Your mom, lots of prayers. She's okay. Hot Mess Express is dead. Heart surgery, quadruple bypass, and me with my kidneys. Really need the prayers because the pain has got awful. But night chat. God bless everyone with the healing they need. Oh, that's just too sweet. Night Mill, heal well. I will try. Love you all, and I will see you next Sunday. God bless. Love yous. Bye.